Hi, so you have a bunch of drawings that have annotations and you would like to update those annotations based on an Excel file. So let's see what I have here. I have a drawing here, and if I take a look at the sheet format, I have here project name, which comes from the $PRP sheet description 3. $PRP sheet meaning that it comes actually from a model custom property called description 3. And this is my project number, and it comes from model property called project number. Okay, so I would like to update those I want to use these drawings to another project, but obviously the project number is now wrong in my documents. I want to update those, and I actually have my projects here listed in an Excel file. So I want to be able to choose from these to which one I'm actually generating the drawings. So let's see how that can be done with CustomTools. I have CustomTools installed already here. I have the standalone installation done, and I have an empty profile. So this is the same that if you would just do a trial installation, you should be able to follow this 100%. Okay, so first we need to detect the properties. We need to build the profile for CustomTools that we know what model properties there actually are, or what custom properties the models have. So I have a model open here. So the drawing was this model's one of the drawings. And I will just go to the properties, and I will get this wizard because I don't have any properties yet. So in this case, I will just analyze my SOLIDWORKS documents. It will automatically pull what I have open here. And it goes through all of the custom properties that they have. And because CustomTools is also really keen on doing the file naming for you, it will suggest what you should do with that. And then here are all of the properties that it found. And it tries to do some smart detecting what kind of properties we might have there. Like the weight, it noticed that this is actually a mass property. So that works a little bit differently, has some extra features in CustomTools and so on. And we can see the description 3 here as well. So the attribute, which is actually the custom property key. And we have a label for that property here. So you can actually change the label, how it's shown for the user. But that's the actual, like the data slot that it's writing these values. So description 3 was the project name, and then we also had the project number here. We could just arrange those like next to each other, but let's just have everything else here as it is, and let's just go finish. So now we have the CustomTools profile done, so that we can actually go on here. Let's say that I go to this component, I just select that, and it will load its properties, and we can change that this actually is something like, let's just put QWERTY and something like 999999 as a project number, and then I just click OK for that, and then let's open its drawing. And we can now see that the project number is now 99999 and the name is QWERTY, like we defined there. But we wanted to get these values from the Excel file. And in order to do that, we actually need to link the Excel file as a linked database for CustomTools. And for that, you need to use CustomTools administration. If you did the standalone installation, you will have this installed as well. So just open CustomTools administration and go to external databases, new, and give it any name. I will call mine projects. Use Access Database Engine 16 or 12 should work as well. I will use the 16 one, and the data source is the path to your Excel file. So I have my Excel file here. It's located in C/QWERTY. I will just do shift right click to get the copy as path here, and then I will add it as a data source, but you don't want to have the quotation. And you need to put the provider string as Excel 12.0. So that's something that you need to know. That's a provider string for Excel-based linked servers. And let's just click OK. And you want to close your Excel file. You don't want to have it open there because SQL Server is not happy if it's open. Let's close that and try again. Yes, now it works. Perfect. And that's actually the only thing that we need to do in the admin tool. We can just close that and do everything else in SolidWorks. We could have gone in the profile options also in there, but we can also do it from here. So what we now want to do is we want to create a search group in our profile in order to query values from that Excel linked database. So database search groups, new one, We can call this one as well projects. It can have any name, but I'll just call projects. We can see here now the linked server projects that I just added with the admin tool. And if we just go inside it, we can see that here is the basically what we are using as a database table is the first sheet of the Excel file. We can detect that there is a project name and project number, and we should select that one of these is identifying our rows uniquely. So the project number probably identifies them uniquely. You can also select multiple columns for that. Now, one more important thing, you need to have the quoting in the identifier set as these brackets. Otherwise, you will have problems later. So you will have weird errors when you're querying that. And in case you are having, go check this setting that you have it set correctly. So quoting identifier set, everything should be set. Let's just click OK for that. And now we have a search group defined for it. Next thing, we need to link this search group to the properties that we have. So let's go to the model properties. And we have the description. And for the description 3 property, let's just go here and go here in the search group, database options. And we select that this is the projects, search groups, project name. So they get linked together. One thing that we also need to put that in order to query values from the database, we need to have a button function. So basically a button that opens the search group dialog. And it's called the get database item. So button function get database item and then link to the database search group. And for the same group, we also want to add the project number. So let's go for this one here and do the projects and project number. And that's it. So now, if we do the same thing, let's close this one. Now let's not even save it. And let's go to the properties of the pod again. And now we have this button here. I click that one, and I can do a live query for the Excel file, like that. So if I would go and add new files, or new rows to the Excel, let's do project 123, and the number would be 123. Just save that and exit. If I now do another query here, we can have that one here as well. And if I double click this row, now it pulled the values to my custom properties. And now I save it. Again, we can go check the drawing of that component. And now we have its values updated based on the Excel file. Okay, so that's how you link an Excel file to your properties, but how you do then update multiple files easily with CustomTools? Well, copy is actually a perfect tool for that. Despite of its name, you don't have to create copies with it, because you can actually also use an action called write property values. So you can write for multiple files the same property value if you want. So the action is here. I will choose write property values, and I only want to write those property values for my models. So I could just unselect some files here if I don't want, but let's unselect SLEDRRW. So I will search for those and just go on and uncheck the search results. So that I find that the fastest thing to do. Then here I will go again for the description. I will search for whichever project I want to assign these files to. I could do, by the way, some filtering here as well. So if I only want to have those that have number 1 in it as a description, then we get all of those and so on. Let's do project 11. So I will just double click that one and click OK. And this will now confirm that we are doing write property values for those two properties for the models, description 3 and the project number. Yes, that's what we want to do. And just go for it. So now it will update the property values and save the files. And then we should have, if we now go to any other drawing, let's say like this one, we should have the project number updated. And I actually didn't have the sheet format updated for all of this. I only have it for the one that I saw before. So I don't have the project number in these ones, but I do have the project name here. So description 3, which now points to project 11. Okay, so that's how you can update multiple files using your Excel file. But what if you cannot actually update your files? Let's say that you have them in PDM, they are approved, so you're not basically easily allowed to check them out anymore and check in again and so on. But you want to have these project numbers and names visible when you do PDF, for instance, of your drawings. So that's also something that you can do with custom tools. So if we go to custom tools print and convert, and again, I have an empty profile, so it asks me to create at least one rule. So we want to do convert as drawings into PDF. And let's even do a merge PDF. That's kind of cool thing that we have in custom tools. So you can merge all the PDFs together that it creates. And now in this, we don't need to add any filter for this one. So now we have the rule here defined, and this is persistent in your database. So you can use this rule again. You can unselect or select all supported drawings with that and so on. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to overwrite some property values. So we have here this tab, overwrite property values, but we just don't see anything here now. So we need to go into the profile options again and allow overwriting property values for those two properties that we want to overwrite. So model properties, description, and there's an additional options, enable overwriting in print and convert. Okay, for that one, and the same thing for the project number. Enable overwriting, finish, okay, and back to the print and convert. So now that I actually do have a conversion rule there, that's why I'm not getting the wizard anymore, but you can easily launch that just by using these create new rule buttons here, or you can go to the profile options to have a little bit more advanced set of rules. Actually, you can also see the advanced rules if you go right click here to advanced edit, and you get all of these a bit more advanced options, even for the file naming and so on. But anyway, so let's do we select this rule, but I don't want to, convert all of them because it will take some time. So I will just, clear the selections. My computer seems to be a little bit slow at the moment, but yeah, let's select this one, this one, this one, and this one. I seem to have rearranged that. But anyway, yep. So overwrite property values, and now we have here the same thing. So we can just query the Excel file, and let's overwrite. And we can use let's search all. Let's do project 2 now, and that's basically it. We just click OK, and it will convert those that were now select those three. So those drawings into a PDF, overwrites that one property value, and then merges them into a PDF without actually saving the original source files. So this is another way of basically achieving the same end result if the end result is that you need to have actually PDF files of the drawings. If we go to Explore now, we should get the folder open where we have the merge file, and let's take a look at that. And we selected the project 2, so we have it here overwritten for this one, and this one as well. So that's how you can do it in custom tools. Go and get yourself a demo if you don't have already, and remember that the 30-day demo also includes access to our technical support. So we know that it might be a little bit tedious to set up the custom tools profile, and that's why we have that technical support there. So thank you.
We are in the life-saving business. We kill your routines before they kill you.